Welcome back to Ebb and Flow Creative Co. My name is Emmy. Today we will be painting a jellyfish. So to get started with, I have a landscape watercolor sketchbook, but I'm going to be turning it this way, or probably paint it in an angle just to kind of get it in the screen, but also be able to maneuver better. And you want a longer sketchbook. You could also do one that is, a normal like 5x8 format, like this one. That one works fine. But a jellyfish is kind of long, and doing it this way means you could go down the entire other paper if you want. So to get started with, we're gonna sketch out the main part of the jellyfish, and then we'll start adding paint. And so the main part of the jellyfish is kind of half circle shaped. There's a little bit of underbody to him, and so it's pretty easy to draw out. Then our next step is to add paint, and so I will be using my Holbein Lavender. It's one of my favorite colors to paint with, but you can use whatever you want. The trick to this is to water it down massively. You want it to be very translucent, and it does not need to be a solid coat of paint. So if you want little bits of extra paint, you can, especially at the bottom. We will be adding more to this in the next few steps, but you just want a nice solid, or not solid, but cover that area. And then we will be adding the tentacles, and they are kind of blobby, so the first bit. And so we're kind of doing circles, and once again, be careful of how much water you have. And we're just kind of painting kind of a long tentacle kind of shape with kind of circular. So it's a longer kind of blobby shape. All right, and then we're going to do a few of those. And just don't do a straight line. Do it kind of wiggly. And we're just going to add a few of those. And you can add extra little blobbies. That's the technical word, blobbies. And if you get too much paint in an area and you don't like it, you can just add a little bit of an area with just water. Like, say, right here, I just put too much paint. I'm going to go in with a clean brush with just water and add the shape, and it'll just kind of suck it out of there. All right, and then we're going to add kind of one more kind of light one back here. And just add more water. All right, and so we're going to add a bit more water to the top. This is a heavy wet on wet technique. We're just going to drop in little bits of pink. I just like adding in a contrasting color that works well together. And so I really like the pink with the lavender. This is Holbein Bright Rose. And it adds a little bit of interest. All right, so if you are painting on cotton paper, this will take forever to dry. That's how I painted it the first time. And it took forever to dry, but it did turn out really lovely. And as always, you can use a hairdryer to speed it up. Just use it on low, and be careful when you're blowing that it's not spreading the paint everywhere. So I'm going to let this dry for a little bit, and then we'll come back and soften. Let's soften some of these because they're a little bold, and then we'll come back and add more details. And it's already off to a pretty good start. Like you can see, it's a pretty blobby jellyfish. He's looking pretty cute. So it's dry and good enough. So we're going to add a little bit of more water just around the edge. Kind of a piece of dog hair. And we are adding a dark blue just to add a little definition to the edge. And if it's too harsh, we'll go in and soften it because it is looking a little harsh. And just go in with a damp or slightly wet, clean paintbrush and just drag that paint around until it looks how you want it to look. Even if that means removing a lot, you can kind of play with it and add as little as you want. And I like to make it vary. So I might leave it pretty dark over there and kind of light right there, and then I'll make it a little darker. And this paint is still wet, so it is it's still slightly wet right there, besides what I just added to it. And so it is flowing, and that's a good thing. So we're going to soften any damp edges, or any harsh edges rather. And we can just add a bit of definition. The little kind of lines that they have in them, that kind of, the little, I don't know jellyfish anatomy, obviously. And we're just going to soften those so it's not too harsh. And anywhere that does still look pretty harsh, we can go in and soften. And if we need to add more of the color in, like there's some bits here that I want, and just play with it. Try not to overwork it, which is the hardest thing with watercolor. But we just want to make the colors blend a little better and soften those edges. And we'll drop in more pink just to make it fun. That is the best part of watercolor, is watching the colors kind of flow together. All right, and then we're going to add some to the top. All right, so just kind of add some little more blobby bits to kind of cover up that little background. The little part we left at the bottom, we're gonna just slightly cover that, and we're gonna go in with a smaller brush and add some details there just to kind of put it behind the tentacles. All right, so from here you can let it dry some more, but I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the long stringy tentacles, but I'm gonna be careful not to hit where I just put wet paint, or hit it as little as possible. And so we're using a very small brush. This is a 2 with a pointy tip, and we're just kind of drawing a wiggly line, a very thin wiggly line. And so these can follow the blobby shapes if you want, or they can kind of go off on their own. And we're just kind of going to add some, and if you've seen Jellyfish, you know those little tentacle string things, they kind of go all over the place, so they don't have to be tidy. Now we do want a random amount of them, so they shouldn't completely match up. But if you add too many, it just becomes a weird mess. All right, so I think that is all I'm gonna add, and I'm pretty happy with it. So when you paint yours, you can do whatever colors you want. I like this color combination a lot, but I've painted them in like oranges and yellows. One day I even took this same combination and added in orange and yellow, which is tricky because orange and yellow with like a purple can lead to like mud, but it was just dry enough to where it blended really nicely. So I'm gonna zoom in so you can see a little better how it turned out. I'm pretty happy with it. I think he's pretty cute, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.